Hey folks, how are you guys doing today? Have you ever noticed that when you make an appointment, you always have to wait 15 minutes or more, no matter where you go? Well, I've made a few notes, I should say, as it's crazy how we live our life every day. And if you, say for instance, if you go to the doctors, like say for instance, if you have Kaiser and you have to go to the receptionist. First of all, you stand in line. There's always a line. I guarantee there's a line everywhere you go. And then in the waiting room, once you go through the reception office and you go inside the waiting area where they call you, you could be sitting there. That's why they have TVs, they have magazines, they have sometimes Avon books sitting on tables so you can look at it. But you always have to wait no matter what. Well, after they call your name, Kristen Hamilton? Oh, that's me. Hey, how are you doing, Miss Hamilton? Oh, I'm good. And what are you here to see? Or what are you here for? Okay, after they, check your blood pressure and find out the reason why you're at the doctor, then they place you in a room, probably 10 by 4. You're sitting there. They tell you to get undressed. You get undressed and you put on this gown. And you sit down on the table and you're waiting. And now if you have an appointment, just say if you have an appointment at 1 o'clock and first of all it's 15 minutes for the line, then you sit down in the waiting office, you're waiting another 15, that's 30 minutes. Then you wait inside the little area where you go and undress and change your clothes, that's another 15 minutes. So you have an appointment for what, 1 o'clock? So let's see. You leave at 11:30. You get there 11:30, 11:45, 12 o'clock, 12:15. The doctor, if you're lucky, might come in 15 minutes later, but if not, a lot of times you could be sitting in the waiting room for like 30 minutes. Now, if you get in there and they close the door, and if it's not for the nurses to put up your information sitting by the door, they will actually think that room is actually available for someone else to go in there. A lot of times it's supposed to be up there to let the doctor know that there's somebody waiting for them. By this time, you've 30, 45 minutes, that's an hour. So basically, they should have just said your appointment was at 2 o'clock instead of 1 o'clock. Or you get there at 11:30. So you see where this is going. It's all about appointments. We make appointments, but they don't ever keep their appointments. So, what do you actually do when you're inside in the room? There's magazines, but how many of you really read the magazines that are in the waiting room? You could look at the Avon books, or do you actually take the little eye things and look at them to see if you can actually see inside your own eyes, or do you stand by the glass mirror and shine the light in your ear? Or do you ever stand on the scale to see how much you weigh before the doctor actually comes in? And the little monitor that you check about everything, you put it in your ears and you check it to see if you can hear your own heartbeat. And I've never done that, but I know a lot of you people probably have when you're waiting there and you're getting so tired and wondering, wow, why is it taking a doctor so long, or the nurses, to come in and let you know, oh, well, we're waiting for so-and-so, they're waiting for someone else. But isn't that weird how we have an appointment? Then just say, for instance, you're going to the DMV. First of all, you want to get there early in the morning. I prefer to get there early in the morning. If they open at 8, you want to get there at 7 o'clock. Half the time there's a line going around the block or even halfway down the parking lot. Then once you get in, okay, you have an appointment. It's appointment lines only, and then there's a line where you have no appointments. Now just say, for instance, you have an appointment. You wait in the line outside, down the block, halfway. Then you wait in the line that says appointments only, which is the reception office that sits right there at the counter, takes your information, they give you a number. What's the number for? If you have an appointment. So then you could be sitting there, and mind you, you have an appointment, remember this, but you're sitting there for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, it's an hour, but you have an appointment. And then after they see you, your appointment is over. So actually, your appointment should have been at 2 o'clock, or say 8 o'clock, should have been at 9 o'clock, and prepare yourself 15 minutes, 30 minutes. Okay, you get there at 7:30. It opens at 8 o'clock. They call you at 9 o'clock. So actually, your appointment's at 9 instead of 8. Wow. Okay. Then you have the county building. Well, have you ever been on the county or had an appointment at the county building? That could have been for the county of Department of Mental Health. That could have been Department of Social Services. That could have been the county for the Social Services office. Any department of county, usually for some reason it takes them all day to call you. And what I mean by all day, be prepared to take some lunch with you or some change so that you can go out and get you some money. Get you some food for, like, say, chips, because there's always somebody outside selling chips or hot dogs or tamales or corn on the cob, or there's always somebody around wherever you are selling something. You could be even in the country. They could be selling lemonade and I don't know what else they sell out there. Shish kebabs. I don't know. But anyway, you could be at the county building, have an appointment for 9 o'clock. First of all, you got to get through the metal detector. There's always something that makes it where you have to start taking stuff off. If it's not your earrings that's metal, it could be the watch. It could be the belt that you have. There's always something to detect that you have some kind of metal on you. Hope you don't have no attachments on your hair, because some people nowadays I see have weaves in their hair and they may not be all theirs. Well, as you can see, this is all my hair. I need to get it retwisted. But sometimes people have attachments by little clips that you put in your hair. For instance, I have some of these clips right here. Some people might actually have a clip like this and attach their little hair together so it doesn't fall apart. So they could have that. But what I was saying is, you can have an appointment, just say for 8 o'clock. First of all, you have to get through the metal detector. Then after you get through the metal detector, you have to go to the receptionist. The receptionist is the people behind the window. They usually have a bulletproof something of some sort. Then you tell them your name, tell them who you're here to see. They say, if we haven't called you in 30 minutes, come back up to the window and we'll do this whole thing all over again. What's the point of having an appointment if you can't ever be seen by, say, 8 o'clock? Okay, you get in at 8 o'clock, you go through the metal detector, you have a little situation with your belt. After you took off your belt, you took off your watch, you took off your earrings, then you're wondering what else is going on. Oh, then you got to remember, you have wire in your bra. Some people have wire in bras. So then you're like, wow, you know you don't want to take the metal out, because if your chest is, too big and everything, you want to make sure that's stable so everybody don't see, whatever you got going on underneath your shirt. So then you finally go through the receptionist, you tell them your name, 30 minutes goes by, you go back up there and tell them. Sometimes you could be waiting from 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock, and don't get there between 11 and 12. That's definitely no, because that's when, between 11 and 1 is usually around the time when your workers go to lunch, and no, they don't come back and tell the people at the receptionist. And if they already know, they're sure not about to tell you. You just have to sit there and wait till they come back from lunch and hope they come back. Sometimes they won't even tell you that they came back. Sometimes they'll just be gone and you won't find out till 3 o'clock, and it closes at 5, and by this time they could have told you at 11, oh, well, your worker's going to be gone, you're going to have to come back tomorrow. But they don't let you know till 3 o'clock to let you know, oh yeah, you have to come back because so-and-so left early, or for whatever reason. Wow. The way they treat us people when you go into an appointment. So, and then just say, for instance, if you have an appointment to get your car checked out. And so what you want